Pulpit, the Dean of St. John the Divine, Bishop Jim Kowalski.
Thank you all for being here, and even more for continuing the struggle. I thought we'd be here today because the court would more likely say this was simply a legislative matter. But it's worse than that. The court said that you could have a long accepted restriction that's not wholly irrational make sense. And I don't know how that can make sense when what you're really talking about is something that is simply unjust. We know you can't have things be separate and claim they're equal. And we know that what this is really about is people who genuinely care about each other and are making commitments of love and want to protect one another in what we call families, and these are real families, are not being treated justly. It's sad that today we are hearing the voices of judges who say in the state of New York that doesn't rise to a constitutional issue. I don't know how that cannot be defined as lacking equal protection under the law. And that's what's got to change. So thank you for believing that no one can take equality away unless we let them, and we're not going to let them. That it's exactly the long accepted restrictions that have often in our history been the most dangerous, and there's something we will do about it now. Because what is just and fair and loving is what we all want. Everyone benefits from it, and that's what's most pleasing to God. Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Pleasure to introduce to you a real hero of our community, the first out councilman and the first out gay man in the New York State Senate, a guy who we're going to need to win marriage in Albany, Senator Tom Dwade. I'm angry, we're angry, and that's going to carry us to the pulpit! We are going to win this battle. A court of appeals that would have been maybe okay in 1908 is not okay in this century. This is our century. The best legal minds in our community and in our city, I guess they just couldn't go up against Neanderthals because they are ignorant and living in the past, and we are going to move into the future as couples, as families. And you know what? I am angry at Mayor Bloomberg because he put in and Tom, turn around. He's behind you. He's behind you. My nephew, you know what, Mayor Bloomberg? You better use every goddamn ounce of political capital you have to make my right to marry a reality in New York. You say you support our right to be married, but you put in a bad week too, so goddamn it, you better use every ounce of your political capital to get us married in this state. You know what? We have already won this battle. That our civil right is being debated at all means that we are gonna get it. And you know what? There's a lot of power out in this crowd and around this state, and we are going to win the right to get married in New York State. When has it ever been easy for our community to get its civil rights? Never! Never! But we've never stopped fighting. So you know what? I'm looking at all your faces, and when it's cold in February in Albany, I expect to see every goddamn one of you there. Any legislator, whether they're a Democrat or a Republican, who doesn't go with politicians that will.
Starting with Clinton.
I got over that punch I felt in my stomach this morning, and it only made me want to fight harder. We're going to stand together, we're going to fight together, and we're all going to get married in this state together. Thank you.